Kylie Bertucci, Stamping Up demonstrator in Australia, and it's so exciting to be here with all of you. I can see everyone chatting already. Whoop whoop! That's fantastic. I have to change this screen. I don't look like that anymore, either do I. We both need to change the screen, and I think we should go out for dinner somewhere on West Swan Road. Look at this, I've got foundation still on my face. You should have seen me. I'm running around like, wah, quick, let's go live. And that's what happened. Because last night I decided to do a little bit of late night crafting with our YouTube members. So I was crafting until, I think it was almost midnight. Naughty. Yes, I got it happening. Bruno, thank you for reminding me about Facebook. So I was like, I'm going to get it happening. So I think I've worked it out now. I just had to make sure I put something in the post section. So now it's all happening. Kylie's here. Marina's here. Maschenka and Charlotte. Hello, hello. And big welcome to all of our YouTube members, Regina and Nicole and Sue Beasley. We really appreciate all of our YouTube members. And if you'd like to become a YouTube member, it's very easy. You can just join and then you'll get access to really cool content and you'll get exclusive videos that are only for you. So you can check that out. We did one last night. In fact, I set up the craft room with our members and I did a prototype, a stepped up version of what we're making together today, and we had a lot of fun. It was awesome. So definitely go and check out our members page because we know you're going to love it. And there's many of you that watch, and we just want to ask one big favour. We know that this is a free craft class and we want to share as much content for free as we can, but we also want to appreciate those who invest in us. But for those of you that are watching that haven't subscribed or shared our content with others, please do this for us. It would be so wonderful if you can share, like, subscribe, and that would help this channel to continue to spread and for people to get to know us a bit better and to hopefully be inspired by our creativity as well. Oh, Jess. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. So good that you can be here. Rachel was on live on the members page last night, so it was good to see Rachel. I'm going to miss all of you though with the incentive trip coming up. But yes, the timing did not work. So, and I sure did, Samantha. I messaged you last night. Not sure if you got my message on Messenger. I think actually it might have been an email. It was an email. Yes. So yes, please check that out. Private Vents here. Hi Bronwyn. Good to see you. Howdy neighbour. And Lynette. And Bruno Bertucci is in the house. So we have a few things to tell you about today, but without further ado, let me show you what we made together on our YouTube channel last night. Exclusive card making last night. Up late night partying with my YouTube members. Here we go. Oh, come on now. Get away from you. Look at this. Can you believe it? So we're playing with brand new product today. This is called Beautiful Gallery. And it is beautiful. So we're doing a version of this for our customer cards. Hello, Megan Lacornu. We're having a version of this, but not quite as complicated because in this one I've got the embossing folder in the background and then we've stamped on the top. But for our customer cards, because we've got quite a few of them to make, then we'll just sort of simplify it a little bit more. I know, so pretty, right? And interestingly, the colours that I've used for the flower is Moody Mauve and Pretty in Pink. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love. Good job. Good job, Kylie. So this is based on our card templates. If you don't have our card template tutorial, you absolutely need them. Now, Samantha just mentioned before, she was asking if we got her email. And something that she's requested is that we cut these templates for her. But sadly, we just do not have the time to do so. However, I highly, highly recommend with our card template tutorial, the idea is that if you cut it yourself, you're going to learn how they work. You're going to learn like what layers you like. You're going to learn what cutting style you're going to do. And part of your training is following the tutorial and cutting it out. Now, you don't have to. The thing is, I actually like to have the document here in both imperial and metric, and I have it all out ready to go with all of the measurements here, and then everything there, and then I can just write it out. Look, I don't even have to, you know, sort of refer to this or have these if I don't want to. I could just use the sheet. But yeah, but that's mainly my reply, Samantha. I'm very sorry, but I can't cut them for you. I'm giving you some tough love and saying you can do it. You have it in you. I have faith in you, Samantha. You can do this. So there you go. So that's what we're using today. So it's going to be Gorgeous Grape, Poppy Parade, and you can use the Calypso Coral if you like instead. But I like with customer cards for them to be opening the normal way. But when I'm taking pictures, I like them to be the other way. So it's going to be like that. So they're all the layers. So I'll give you the card template tutorial link. They really do help so much, don't they? And yes, you don't have to cut them out with the exact colours. Very good point too, Megan. That basically you can use, like when I first started doing them, I did them all in mint macaron. A moment of silence for mint macaron. I miss mint macaron. It was like one of my absolute all-time favourite colours. But I wanted Lemon Lime Twist to come back, so, you know, I had to realise that there was a chance that something had to go in order for something to stay. So I had to take that one on the chin. But yes, there's the link to the card template tutorial. But yeah, if you do them all in the same colour and then just write the name and then the measurement underneath on the same side. The only reason why I have it on the other side is I don't want to confuse people with the other measurements, because we've got some that use imperial, some that use metric, so yeah. Now, let us have a look. I love the minty green, so do I. I love a bit of minty green. Now, we're going to play with this gorgeous paper and this amazing, amazing new suite. This suite is going to be coming out on the 6th of May. This is from the brand new annual catalogue, which is so, so, so exciting and so, so beautiful. Now, I know a lot of people, sometimes they're like, when they first get the catalogue, they're like, oh, I don't know, I guess it's okay. But this catalogue has had quite an effect on a lot of people. We've been getting a lot of feedback from our customers on how much they absolutely love this new catalogue. So that's very exciting. It's 27 layers, Miss Jenka. So if you don't have 27 on your list, just message us and we can send you the update. But yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. Now, a few things that you can do to prepare yourself for the 6th of May is that basically with the 6th of May, firstly, today we have double rewards. I love the colour, Bruno. Thank you. So make the most of that. This is saying goodbye to the catalogue, and this is part of saying hello to the new catalogue. Now, what are some things that you would take advantage of today? I put it on my VIP group, but just remember that the prices for cardstock is going to increase. So today would be a fantastic day to go and get any item that you were wishing you could have got and didn't or haven't yet, because it's going to be cancelling. Or some new cardstock, or both, because cardstock is going to increase in the new catalogue. So just make sure that, you take advantage of this double rewards, because it's amazing. I need to clap Stampin' Up. I'm very excited about this one. The other one is the OSR waitlist, so please make sure that you sign up for this at onlinestampingretreat.com. And so on, I think I've got that one saved actually. I do. But it's the wrong session, isn't it? That's okay. You can just delete that one. So just go over there, make sure that you waitlist. And the reason why you'll want to waitlist is because there's something very special happening for those that have only waitlisted. So make sure you do that. June 14, June 15, make sure that you put that in your calendar, because we are working very, very hard on the online stamping retreat event. So definitely do that. And in answer to, I think the one thing that where is it here? Samantha. The one thing that Samantha gets a bit confused about, she's not sure how we're able to cut out the inches card base from A4 cardstock, but strangely enough we actually can. It's just not a perfect half. But if the US people tried to cut the A4 paper, you can't do it because your paper's not tall enough. So we get away with it. Does that make sense, Samantha? I know I was trying to explain it on email and I could tell that you weren't quite understanding, but it does fit. Aussie paper can make an imperial base, but imperial paper, letter paper, cannot make a metric base. I know, that's the thing. Now, another thing you can prepare for the new catalogue is our In Colour Club. Woohoo! So we have the In Colour Club. We also have a designer series paper club as well. So if you live in Australia and you want to collect all the brand new colours, which is Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Cloud Cover, and Secret Sea, then this is your chance. Now, do I have my phone with me? Because I think I'm going to show a video today that was really funny. I might just let you listen to it in the background. You don't have to necessarily watch, but it was very funny. You can listen to it like it's a podcast while we're crafting together. And here is our paper club, paper club, paper club, paper club. So come and join this. Sign up. Get yourself some paper. There's a lot of paper in the new annual catalogue, so you're going to need a share. So you can get a bit of everything, and then when you get that sampler, you'll be like, oh my goodness, I need 5 packs of that paper. But it's really nice to be able to see a little bit of the paper before you buy. It's like, try before you buy. And we have rewards, freebies as well. So why not? Want to get a few extra bits and pieces, right? And then this month, dun, 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 it's literally just gone live, people. I have a feeling this is going to be a very popular one because it's using a brand new product, beautiful gallery from the brand new catalogue. And so, oh, good idea, Kylie. And this is very, very exciting, this one. I really love my project that I did, and it has some blending things, lots of tips on how to use the blends. It has ideas on how to make your paper a bit more vintage. It has an amazing fun fold card. This is just my card, but the girls have got amazing ideas as well. So definitely want that video class bundle, because remember, it's not only just tutorials. No, these are actual classes, videos with instructions that come with it. So please check that out. Now, Bruno, I need you to do me a big favour, and can you check it out to see if you think that the focus has improved? I touched something last night. I have no idea what. I was Googling because I was so sick of it always flipping in and out. So just take a note of the focus to see if you think it's improved. Focus, all right, focus. This just appeared in my email this morning. And, oh yes, that's right. Thank you, Bruno. There's the awesome option to have a share of the online exclusive DSP as well. Exciting. Let me see if A4 is only 1/4 of an inch narrower than A2. By the time she cuts A4 to an A2 card front size, it's only off by 1/8 of an inch. The other layers are even smaller, so not a problem. Yeah. So because the card, like I do cut into this cardstock so that it's wider, but I have the height and the width. I have enough cardstock, because we're not, like a card base is not a whole entire sheet. It's half of it. So if you look at a US sized card, let me show you exactly here, and this will hopefully help Samantha once for all time, because I'm telling you, there's been a lot of emails back and forth, and I'm like, I really just need to explain it in person. Let me show you a card front, a card base that is imperial base, imperial base. Here we go. So this is a 4 1/8 by 11 3/4 card. Okay, let's go here. Ready to receive, Nicole? Ready. Dun, 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 dun. So that is an imperial card base right there. So you can see, I feel like that's not an imperial card base. I feel like that is a metric one hiding as an imperial. Yeah, I think this is an actual imperial. I wonder what this one is. This one's a phony. It's a phony and a cheat. You're going away. You're going in the sin bin. Yes, this is more like it. So you can see here, if I tried to cut it this way, like someone very smart on there said, oh, no, this one actually is the same as well. Maybe I didn't actually cut them the size, and that's how I got away with it. So maybe you're right, Samantha. I have been proven to be a thief and a liar. Let's see this one. What size is this one? I'm actually going to measure it with a real measuring thing, majig. Oh, here it is. Eight and a half by 5 1/2. So that's not right, is it? Oh yeah, that's 11. Yes, 11 by 4. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, now we have the moment of truth. Ready? Ta-da! So you can see, if I try to do this side, exactly what our smart person said, we're 1/8 of an inch too big, right? So I cut it this way. So it's a lot of wastage to cut a card base in imperial in a metric piece of cardstock, but it can be done, and that is how it's done. So there you go, Nicole. You can do it. Go for it. You're now free. You're now free to cut away. So yeah, that's the biggest piece of the card templates, is that one. But if a person who has Imperial tried to cut, but the thing that I've noticed for me personally is I don't need the other country's measurements cut. I just want mine cut, and the other country is just like a, what do you call it, translator. So American people, you don't need to cut the Aussie card base. Like, you don't need our card templates because you're not using them as a real life sketch. You're using them as a translator. So all you need is the sheet with all of the info on it so that you can swap it for what you've got. Say if you see someone online that's using, you know, Aussie, you know, measurements, then you can go, oh, okay, I know the closest possible card template and I know what colour it is, and now I can use that in my country size. So it does translation for you. So you only need your card templates in your country, and you will have that cardstock, so you will have no problem. Does that make sense? I know, they're amazing. I literally amaze myself every day. I'm like, did I really come up with this? I really did come up with this. Unbelievable. So yes, that is the assistance I feel that you needed, Samantha. I only cut my own measurement. The other one is used as a translator. Yes. Yes, and we can buy classes but not product if we're here in the US. Yes. In the US, the SU catalogue carries a metric arm. I bought one and it's so much fun trying to create and cut out Kylie's cards. I love it, Cindy. That's a bit fun. They're tall and skinny, like we're all trying to be, right? Aussie cards are very different to American cards. They're very skinny and tall, whereas US cards are wider and shorter. Everything we're trying not to be. But you know what? I say we're all unique individuals. We don't have to try to be anything other than ourselves. And if anyone ever makes you feel other than that, then whatever. They're not your friends. Ooh, I'd like to try then. Anyway, we'll cut as many as we can. We're going to do a bit of a bulk cut today. So I've got all of the colours that I want to go with each card base. And we're going to have a lot of fun chopping all of these. I've got some basic white cardstock here. We're going to chop into all of that because I wanted to show you all from scratch too, because it's fun to see the whole process. And these cards are going to be our customer cards for the month. And by the looks of things, did Lynn just make a purchase, did she? If she shopped in our store. Oh, she got our tutorial. That's very nice. Thank you so much, Lynn. We appreciate you. You're going to love that tutorial. Okay, so let's do this. Oh my goodness, I rang too close. I did a lot of hard things this week. I think that's why I'm so tired today. Because I got rid of a lot of boxes yesterday out of the garage. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sick of them being here. They need to leave my life. And so I worked really hard yesterday to get rid of those. And I also got all of my doctor's appointments set up. And it is such a pain moving house. Oh my goodness. So trying to set up all of my doctor's appointments, and then they're like, oh, we need the file from your old doctor. Yeah, in order to get the file from your old doctor, you need to come here and fill out a form, and then we have to send that to your doctor, and then you'll probably have to pay. I'm like, what? I have to pay for my own information with all of the appointments that I'd already paid for. I'm just like, Oh my goodness, you realise how literally stitched up all of these doctors are. It's like, it's just a big money making thing. It's just so frustrating. So anyway, I did lots of hard things. I've worked out all the referrals that I need to get new doctors over here. I got I found a hairdresser, booked her in. What else did I do? Yeah, it was such a pain, all of the doctor stuff. And I'm still trying to work it all out because I had to fill out all the forms. Oh, that's right. My crown decided to fall out for the third time. And so I had to go to an emergency dentist appointment. And yeah, that was joyful. But anyway, fortunately, he was just able to just put it straight back in. Charged me $150 for the privilege of putting it back in my mouth and cementing it. But hopefully it's there to stay now. So I had one root canal treatment on one tooth and it's just been an absolute nightmare. But apparently, like, I got to the point where I'm just like, I think it would be easier just to pull the tooth out. Like, I'm done with you. But apparently it's not a good idea for your gums to not have a tooth there. But Bruno's had one missing tooth for literally most of his entire life, and I don't understand how it is such a big deal to lose a tooth. But anyway, I'm not a dentist. I haven't been to university, so maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe I need to do a deep dive on the scientific reason you're meant to keep your teeth. Maybe it's just like investment in old age. I feel like every person I speak to who's older ends up with dentures anyway. So it's like, why am I going to all this effort? Yes. I love it. Filled in 2 forms for previous farm residents, rental resident, painful but easier than explaining history each time. That's very smart. It's just an absolute pain. Yeah, you're not just moving house, you're moving doctor, dentist, hairdresser, grocery store. There's so many things there. I'm like, whoa. I've got so many things that I need to figure out. Now, lovely Bruno Bertucci, if you are watching, do you mind grabbing my mobile phone for me? Which I'm pretty sure is in the bed because I pressed what I thought was snooze, but instead just turned it off. Hence my beautiful morning voice, because I was like, oh, I just need a bit more sleep. I think I pushed it a bit hard yesterday. And the last 2 days have been a bit naughty and I've been going to bed after 3 o'clock in the morning. Last night was about 1:30. The night before was about 4:30. The night before that was about 3:30. And it's like, Kylie, you're being very naughty. And it's caught up with me today. So I need to have a nap today. Or, no, better, I think, is to go to bed early. So Monica says, I have a missing tooth and I've never had a problem. And this is the thing. Every person that I talk to has never had a problem. That's actually amazing, Cindy, that you have all your teeth at 77. That actually deserves a round of applause. And maybe, Cindy, that's why I'm investing. Maybe I'm investing in future Kylie by looking after my teeth. But I tell you what, it's just like a big money pit. And I'm not sure what it does. Hello, Bruno. Thank you very much. Do you mind getting me... What do I feel like? I think I've got water here, actually. Let me just... Okay. Oh, yes, I've got enough. Thank you all. I want to share the video. Oh yeah, and Invisalign's message back. That's the other thing that happened. I got Invisalign done to fix all my teeth, and that's why the crown keeps falling out, because I'm putting the retainer in at night time, and it's just one big disaster because it keeps pulling it out. Now, I think it might be this one here. Let's just have a little look. I won't show their faces for their... Yes, here it is here. Jessie kept saying, can I put my eyebrows on? Okay, let's just listen to it because it's very fun. Okay, we'll go back there. Oh, I don't think it recorded the sound because it was on FaceTime and it probably blanked out the sound. It was so much fun. We were guessing the new colour names and they were very, very funny. So I wonder if my FaceTime recording doesn't have sound. So it must cut it out for safety, but I had their permission. Apple's built-in screen recording feature on iPhone and iPad does not capture internal audio, including FaceTime calls. To record FaceTime calls with audio, you need to use a third-party app. And the reason why? Privacy restrictions. That's so disappointing because, man, it was funny. We had a very, very good laugh. I'll have to get them both on here and we'll have to we'll have to replicate it. Yes, teeth are a money pit. Yes, I really, really, really do need some sleep. However, I also have so much to get done. It's craziness. So, on one hand, yes, I'm tired, but I'm also very happy with all of the hard work that I've done because I'm like, I just want to smash this out. I'm like, I want to get it done. Now, I'm doing the next layer of basic white. Let's cut a whole heap of those. I might do some more of these because we're doing a lot of bulk here. So you've got to bear with me chopping quite a few things. And this is actually a really fun way to do a lot of cards all in one go. And, you know, this is lots and lots of layers on this card. So it's worth just sort of putting your music on, or like what I'm doing here today. I've got you all here keeping me company, having a chat. So you could get on a Zoom call or, you know, catch up with friends. I feel like it's the same sort of thing when you're cooking something like, say, dumplings or gozleme. I love it when I cook gozleme and I've got company because it's something that you're doing a lot of. You're doing bulk. You're chopping away, and it's, you know, you don't necessarily need to use your mind because you know what you're cutting. And it's a really good fun activity to do, particularly if you're all watching. Then if you're just like sort of sitting there idly, just watching, why don't you just take me into the craft room with you and just do some chopping, like get some layers done. And this layer here, this is the Poppy Parade layer, and this layer is really good for inserts in your cards. So just cut up a whole heap of them, or you could be cutting some paper in this size, in the Poppy Parade size, and it's, yeah, really good. It's very, very handy. Oh, that works out well, Bronwyn. I think it's only because I'm still in the same time as what they are in Melbourne. But it's because of the time zone change that we're at the same time. But yes, it may end up a little bit earlier, but we'll see. It's a little birdie out there, I think, or it's an alarm making a very cute sound. It sounded almost too cute for a birdie. Okay, so we've got heaps of that. So this is the Poppy Parade size, okay? Fantastico. Yeah, so when we did the guessing game of the colours, it was so funny. I just gave one side of it, and I said to the girls, so what was the first one that we did? Oh yes, we did strawberry, and they were like, oh, did he find his phone? Oh, still finding his phone. Strawberry sunshine or strawberry, I forget what they were saying, but it was hilarious, them trying to guess. Oh my goodness, what is going on with his phone? I wonder if it's Jessie playing up with him, because we do have connection. Did you find it? Yeah. You do know that I'm filming. It was hilarious. I'm actually live right now on YouTube. Okay, good. We've got 2 halves. That's what we want. Let's do some of these bases, and then we'll do some more of the... So I just want it to be slightly smaller than the Poppy Parade, which is the Melon Mambo. But yeah, we've got some more white to do as well. And we can use some of this in the inside if we want to, or we can save it for a whole new new card. I think we'll do that on the inside, so that one won't get wasted. Could any of you hear Bruno's... But I don't think it's actually about anyone else. It's actually about distracting the person doing the videos. Because I was very distracted. Remember the day when I was putting things up on the screen and you were very distracted? And I said to you, I'm very sorry, I'll stop doing that. That's what I would love. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you for understanding my feelings and taking them into consideration. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you as well, Bruno. I can get frustrated and appreciate you at the same time. It's profound, really, isn't it? That literally is what sums up marriage. That you love one another unconditionally, but get into really frustrated with things at times. Not all the time, just at times. But that in no way threatens the fact that you love them unconditionally. There we go. And Bruno's like, please stop, Kylie. I will never beat the phone again. I'm so sorry. You like that one, Charlotte? So I'm just cutting these all down to the Melon Mambo size. What was the secret spider or something? I forget what Jessie said about. Oh, I wish I could remember them. They were so funny. It was very cute. I think Sarah might be working. She said that she puts me on when I'm working, when she's working. So I wonder if both of them are around, because I really want to tell them that it's not available. that they need to tell me what they said. They're not even going to remember. They'll be like, did we say that? Oh my goodness. Oh, there they are. Let's see if we can get them. Jessie Scott and Sarah Cuthill. My mates. And Jessie's coming to visit everyone, so I'm going to make her come and do a video with me. Because why wouldn't we when we're together in person? Oh, P.S. Bruno, we need more of this paper. I need to order it. Oh, it's double points. I'll order it today. Can't believe they're not picking up. They must have a life or something. How very dare they? Sarah was telling me the other day that she watches my videos when she's doing, I think she might clean at a coffee shop or something. Anyway, she said, yeah, so when I'm at the coffee shop, I watch your video. And it might even be like she's having a break in between, but I'm pretty sure she's working. Anyway, she noticed that the lady in the coffee shop who owns the coffee shop has Stampin' Up cards for sale. Anyway, she asked, she goes, what are you doing Stampin' Up? Do you do Stampin' Up cards? And she's like, I do. I run classes from this cafe. Just, you know, dabble a little bit, have a bit of fun. It's like an external hobby to her business. And Sarah's like, I can't believe it. I watch my friend do YouTube videos while I'm cleaning here. And she just started laughing. And I said, oh, did you mention us? And she goes, no, I didn't mention you. And I was like, oh, I wanted to find out if she actually knows our channel or not. She goes, I'm sure she does, but I didn't want to make it all about you. I think she said something like that. I said, fair enough. She goes, she was telling me about her card making and how much she loves it. And I thought, oh, Sarah, that's very sweet. I was impressed with that. I thought, good one. You go, girl. Okay, I think that's all our chopping of the paper that we've got. So we might have to get some more, because that is definitely not going to be enough for our customer cards this month. Holy moly. We've got some people so excited. Yes. Yes, we are cutting. I'm trying to do probably, I'd say at least 50, maybe 60 cards, but yes. And oh, Mum's baby, Bimba. Bimba is so cute. I haven't actually done a FaceTime with Bimba, but I really need to. And I need to get Mum to send some more pictures of Bimba, because she's going to grow up so quickly. We're going to go back to Melbourne in December to see everyone and go to a wedding. So that will be lovely. And yeah, get snuggles with Bimba, because we'll more than likely stay with Bruno's mum, Jeanette, or her Italian name, you ready for it? Gerolima. Although she said Gerolima not long ago. So I'm like, is it Gerolima or Gerolima? But yes, instead she's called Jeanette. I'm not sure where Jeanette came from Gerolima. But there you go. Now we're going to do some more. Oh, do we not have cardstock? Oh, I don't want to cut into the thick. Oh, no. What have I got here? Maybe I can use some scrappy bits for now. We have to do, oh, I do have a lot of scrappy bits here. This has actually turned out to be quite fortuitous. Is that the word? Because we're only doing smaller sizing and it's just a layer. So this is actually a perfect time to use all my basic white scrappy bits. But yes, Bruno, we need white cardstock stat. So white cardstock, I'm going to do a big cardstock order today. We've got white cardstock, we've got, is that Misty Moonlight? That's, oh no, Azure, oh, Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue. So we need Balmy, we need Blackberry Bliss. I think if we fill up all of our cardstock, I would be very happy with that. Wild Wheat, can't believe we need Wild Wheat. That's amazing. Go us. So yeah, I'll do a list of all the cardstock that we're going to order today. I saw it on our team page. One of the Crazy Crafters team members was like, stocked up on all of my cardstock before the price increase. I'm like, that's very smart. I can't listen or watch crafting videos while I'm trying to do something else. I never get the something else done. So maybe, Charlotte, it's just doing something very mindless, because I'm exactly the same. If there's people or if I'm watching something, my brain can't handle doing two things at once. So it's just something that, oh, that's why it's been removed from the cart. Deary, deary me. But yes, it's just something that has to be non-thinking. Like, yeah. You're just doing something very mindless, something that doesn't require any attenzione. So we're going to try and cut as many of the Coastal Cabana layer now in the basic white. So you can see here on the card, it's not going to be the same as this, but this is the idea of what we're going for. But I'm going to simplify it because we've got so many for the customer cards. So we're just not going to do the embossed background and stamp directly on the image. And we'll see how it looks. If I don't like it, if I feel that it doesn't look as good as this, I'm going to just do this. But I just want to have a look and see. And it's just to show you that you can step it up that little bit more and get a different look. And, you know, how did I get a grey granite ribbon? Well, only the members know. They're the only ones that know. So, what did Miss Jenka say? Let me have a little look here. Oh, hello, Yellow Roses. How are our fur babies? Oh, Jasper and Bella both passed away. So Bella, she passed away, I think I worked out it was like, must have been November. Were they both November? They both were on the same day, can you believe? A year apart. Like crazy. They both got like so sick, deteriorated very quickly, and we had to take them to the vet. And the vet's like, yeah, it's time. It's not looking good. So yeah, both of them on the same day. They were from the same litter, so maybe it's like a twin thing. But yeah, they both went. I miss them a lot around here because there's so many beautiful walking tracks, and I just think they would absolutely love it. And there's so many kangaroos around here. It's like so bizarre. I'll show you some of the videos. I put them up on my Instagram, so make sure you're following us on Insta so that you don't miss any updates. I'll just pop up my QR code on Insta so that you can download that. So this is the, that's gone down, so I'll just put that down a bit more. So that's the code there. If you want to scan that, I'll take a photo now and then you can just like hold it and then that will take you. I'll show you, this is on the iPhone, okay? Oh no, that's to scan. So you can actually use this in Instagram. Did you know that? It's pretty cool, isn't it? And if you want to get to this, you just go to share profile and then that comes up. Selfie, emoji, image, color. That's cute. So there you go. That's what you can scan. And if you have an iPhone, I can actually screenshot that, and that will go into my photos. And then when I open up that photo, if I press on this, so you can see there's like a little thingamajiggy there. See how that's like, oh, actually I think that's for, yeah, no, that works. So you can even see here, and I didn't know this until just recently, that you can take a photo of a QR code and just hover like that, and then it will open in Instagram, and voila. It will open to that though, hopefully for you. What's this one? Yeah, that one doesn't do anything, does it? Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything. But let's just see here if I can do it without. Yeah, you can. Open. So there you go. That's something technical that you've learnt today if you have an iPhone. Just take a photo of the screen. If I say use a QR code, and then you can just like tap on it later and then go shopping or go to my Instagram or do whatever you need to do. Very cool, isn't it? So I'll show you the kangaroos, the kangas, and I actually should add those videos to a file because you might miss it, and I don't want you to miss it. I should put them in a tab. I'm pretty sure I can do that after the fact, which would be good. Photos, videos. So there's this group here the other night. I don't know if I've posted this one actually on the Insta. Oh yeah, here we go. There's this one here. I'm going, hello Skippy. Hello Skippies. And that's literally on our drive home from the meeting. And you have to be really careful. They jump out in front of the car, and they're called a mob when they're together. And yeah, they can just jump out right in front of you, and they do a lot of damage to themselves and a lot of damage to the car. And they can be very volatile, like you don't know what they're going to do next. This one's cool.
Yep, first kanga on the road.
Brea's like, what's standing in the middle of the road? Is it a person? No joke, he was bigger than a person.
No, it's a kangaroo.
Listen to that again.
Yep, first kanga on the road. Be careful, the jump back too. Good job, well done.
I'm like, is that someone standing on the road? No, it's a kangaroo.
Can you believe it? Can you believe we get to see kangaroos every day? So yes, I will do more videos of kangaroos for all of you. I found this online. I didn't see this in real life, so it probably has been doctored, but it still was very funny. I really enjoyed that. Yes, I love the Farts Festival. Yes, so that's kangaroos for you. They're amazing. But amazingly, the other day, because I'm a bit wary of them because I've heard some full-on stories about like kangaroos that have gone crazy and they can attack. You know, they're a wild animal. They're not a pet, so, and they're actually a pest for a lot of people around here because they eat all of their beautiful gardens, which, yeah, would be very devastating. But, like, for me, it's just amazing to see because I've never, ever been anywhere in Australia like this place we're living in here. So it's very special to just, like, I go for a walk in the evening and they're just, like, everywhere. Like, even in suburbia, because we're right on the cusp of being rural here. Like you can go maybe a minute or two down the street and bang, we're in rural. So it's a beautiful, beautiful area. Like we just pinch ourselves that we get to come to this area and that we were asked to come here. It's just like, are you for real? This is amazing. So it feels like a real gift. But we can also see why we're here too. There's a lot of love that we need to give to the congregation. They've been through lots of heartache, ones that have gone through cancer and have really had to struggle. So it'll be lovely to show lots and lots of love to everyone and feed them. It's the best way I know how to show love. And this card I'm actually going to give to a couple in the congregation who had their 27th wedding anniversary last weekend. So I'm going to give that to them tomorrow because we have our meetings on Saturday. So that will be nice. Yes, it's Friday here in Australia. Yes, just like dear. That's what Lisa kept saying. She's like, Gina, look at them. And everything that I was telling them that they do, Lisa just kept saying yesterday, because we did our online stamping retreat recording, she just kept saying, oh my goodness, it sounds just like deer in, I don't think in Florida. Do you have deer in Florida? You have crocodiles in Florida, so it might have been where she was previously, I think. Oh, I'm so glad we had all this cardstock. See, this is why we don't throw out our scrap, Bruno. I'm so happy. I was like, oh, when am I going to use all of that? I really need to do it. And I'm just, yeah, I've just got to keep it in mind, particularly with these bulk cards. It's so important to use it all up. What did you miss? Oh my goodness, I was talking all about you. Now, I was talking about the kangaroos. And I showed them the video of the big one that you thought was a human in the middle of the road. Oh dear. But yeah, yesterday, I think it was just a couple of days ago actually, I was walking. And there's a park just near us. There's quite a lot of beautiful picnic areas. Like so many that I literally have lost count. So when I go for a walk, I'll do a video of all of the parks and all the different types in the area, just so that you can get a feel for where we live, for when you all come and visit us. And it is just stunning, the area. And there were some kids in the park, and no joke, they were just like a step away from the kangaroo, and the mum did not look stressed. I would be very stressed if that was my children, if they were my children. I'd be like, get away from the kangaroo. And it was a big one. It was like the one that we saw on the road. And yeah, the mum did not seem concerned for their safety at all. But yeah, I don't think I would be that close to a kangaroo. Or let my kids anyway. Maybe I would get that close for a video. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I'd even do that. Unless I felt like safe. There's a photo of Bruno, one of our first days that we went out preaching door to door, and it's just the best photo. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm pinching myself right now. So it had, yeah, this is them. They were going over to see the kangaroo. They're just walking back. There's Bruno with his hat, a kangaroo in the background. And I think that's good because there's a fence there and it's barbed wire, so it's like it's not going to jump out. Like, look at this. This is one of the parks. There's a cafe there over in the corner. Oh, look at this. And there's all these beautiful fountains everywhere. There's one park literally just around the corner from us. 2 huge fountains. And it has all these ducks in there, and the ducks walk across the road. It's just such a pretty, pretty area. Like, absolutely stunning. So, yeah, really nice. I love it. So much judgment in that message. Let me read it the way I'm reading it, Bruno. Wow. It was cutting basic white when I left. Like, what have you even been doing? Is there any other way to take that? You know, when Netflix goes, still watching, I actually read it as still watching, just sort of make sure you're not missing out on anything. But I don't think I can actually put a good spin on that, Bruno. Wow. It was cutting basic white when I left. I'm sorry, I don't think that can be anything but wow. Guess what, Bruno? It's my video, and I can do what I want. I love how Charlotte comes to my rescue. All the DSP is cut, Bruno, okay? Not sure about the card bases. The card bases is only one. But we've got nowhere to be. We're chilling. We're like having some fun together, having a chat, catching up on the news. What else has been happening with all of you? Has anyone been going through some health issues lately? Because I just want to say we're thinking of you. Health is such a big thing. We've got a few in our congregation that have had serious health issues, like near-death cancer issues. And it's just so full on and so devastating. And then they've got loved ones that are in hospital. One of them has, her father's just gone into palliative care. So I made some bread to take to them today. And another couple have just had a little baby. So they're very busy, and I think they've already got kids too. I haven't met the wife yet because she's clearly mending herself after having to have a C-section. So she's been resting. Where are you going? Oh, have fun, Bruno. Say hi to everyone. Big hugs to you. Hopefully I can meet up a bit after with Bruno. I'll meet up at coffee time. Okay. Something I've noticed here in Perth, so I do say okay, but with my medical calls, so I rang someone, a receptionist, yesterday. Where did I ring her? Oh, maybe it was the same person actually now. Oh no, I didn't call that. But yeah, she said, hi there, Allenbrook Medical, or whatever it was. And I said, oh hi, I'd like to make a booking on a new patient. And she said, okie dokie. Okie dokie, yeah, what do you need? And then I said, my name. Okie dokie. And what is your date of birth? And I was like, oh my goodness, what is happening here? Then she's like, okie dokie. I'm like, whoa, okay, there's a lot of okie dokies happening here. And it made me think of, there's a girl that does reviews on the Ninja thing, Ninja ice cream or whatever it is. And that's what she says, okie dokie. But yeah, I rang somewhere yesterday and the girl was doing it then too. And I'm like, is this like a young thing? Is this like Skibbity and Sigma? Does anyone have teenagers? Are they doing okie dokie all the time now? Is that a new thing? Like we'd go, oh my goodness, it's so grouse. I still have friends that say grouse. I saw an Instagram reel or a TikTok the other day where the dad was like, what it's like to live with teenagers. And he was like, no, Dad. No. Ugh, get it out of my face. No. And everything had to end with like a w at the end. No. Are you serious? I do not envy parents with children. That's the other area that I know I want to help out a lot with, is all these poor parents with teenage children. And I feel so bad for them because the economy is just absolutely shot even here in Australia. And so I asked one of the young men in the congregation, he probably would be 16 or 17, and I said, oh, so have you got plans of moving out of home, like getting your license and moving out, because that was probably like my number one goal at that age. I'm like, I cannot wait to move out of home. Obviously he's got a very happy home life because they're very good parents. And so he just said, oh, I just want to stay at home as long as I possibly can. And it actually made me a little bit sad for them, because I'm like, it's almost like they can't, like, how do you plan ahead for your future when you feel like you're actually stuck? Like, I don't think he actually wants to stay at home forever. Like, I'm sure he has dreams, hopes and aspirations. Well, I hope he does. But I feel like the young ones today they seem to lack that sort of hope for the future, because they're just looking at everything going, well, what's the point of trying? Because, we're probably not going to get our own place and we probably are going to struggle. So it's almost like they're already struggling now and they're actually not even trying. And it just made me really sad for them. But like, he's happy, and that's the key. It's like, well, each person needs to decide what makes them happy personally, and he's very happy. I'm sure he's very happy staying at home being cared for. But I just feel like it's kind of sad to not adult. Yeah, exactly, Megan. But they've also lost the zest for life, right? Because I think, and of course things have changed a lot, but I was talking to another lady. Hang on, I'll just have some water. I was talking to another lady in the congregation, and she was saying that she moved across from Africa when she was 13 because, the family was so poor, and they, really needed to try and get the family over to Australia, but they had to do it in like drips and drabs of the kids. Like, there was 2 kids that came over, so she was 13 and her sister was 16 when they came across. They moved in with people they did not know, which is just craziness. And it didn't go well. The people that they were living with, it didn't work out. And very vulnerable, like, to come across at that age, and you probably have no clue, and you think you're going to a country that's just full of wealth. And so she came across, and she just, it was so hard for her, she said. And, like, I'm not saying that the kids aren't trying at all, but I think the biggest thing now is mental health with a lot of the kids. Like, they really struggle with, day-to-day activity. Like, for me, getting out of bed is really hard with, just getting older and things like that. But it's like they've lost their zest for life because of the fact of what they're facing. Whereas talking to this lady from Africa, she was sort of saying it wasn't about having the motivation. It was just they had to. Like, they had to work. They had to push themselves, because it wasn't about getting stuff. It was actually about survival. And I think it is good to build that sort of resilience in kids, because, like, it is getting to a point where we're probably going to need to be resilient, but we're also probably going to need to work hard. And see you, Miss Denker. So I think it's going to be really tough for these young ones, because, I can see how they're happy to be at home and happy to be with mum and dad, but I think it's really good for them to learn that, okay, you can stay here, but now that you're at 15, 16, you have to work hard in the home. You have to get into a routine. You have to get up, and you have to do a lot around the house. Like, you literally have to be an equal party in the work that needs to be done around the house. Otherwise, you're going to get charged the same rent that you get charged outside, because it's actually, and then they have, it's really difficult because of the mental health, because then they have a meltdown. But I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's almost like they think they can just sleep, and that mum and dad are just going to do everything for them, or they're gaming, and that's fine. They can do whatever they want to do. And it's really unhealthy for them. Like, I'm really genuinely sad for them, because one of the best things you can do in life, or one of the best things that makes you feel good about your day, is being productive and feeling like you've accomplished things. And I think a lot of them get to the end of the day and they don't know what they've accomplished that day. Like I said to this young man, so can you cook? Like, what cooking do you do? Like, what do you do around the house? And, I look at them and I said to him, you're a young man. Like, by this stage, it would be really good if you could actually do more for your mum and dad. And it's good, that I get to say that as an external person. But it's almost like mum and dad are just so tired. They just want peace. They can't handle the meltdowns and the emotional dysregulation. So it's just easier for them to do it themselves. But then they're carrying the burden of not only all their stuff, but their kids' stuff as well. So I really, really feel for these kids. It's like they just don't have this zest for life, or like looking at opportunities. Like I said to this young man, like we came to the door and we were chatting to an Indian lady, and I said, "Kya aap Hindi samajhte hai? Do you speak Hindi?" And I said, "Oh, thora maaf kijiye." Like, I only speak a little bit. And they were like, "Oh, how do you know this?" And I said, "Oh, mera dost hai, our friends taught us." And we had a little bit of a conversation. मैं हिंदी सीख रही हूँ ताकि मैं लोगों से बाइबल के बारे में बात कर सकूँ, which is, I learnt a bit of Hindi to teach people about the Bible. Anyway, you could see this young man just looking at me like, what on earth is happening right now? And then we came around the corner and Bruno was chatting to some lovely Indian people who had a new baby around the corner. And again, we were chatting about Indian culture and speaking to them in their language. And then we came around the corner again and we met someone from Myanmar who speaks Karen, and we were like, Osawa, Namidele, and then I was like, a few different little words in Myanmar, and I was chatting to him about it. And I said, "Oh, have you ever thought of maybe, learning a language? Like, if you could learn a language, which one would you look at?" And he said, "Oh, I started doing Spanish, but it's too hard." And I said, "Oh, okay, so how long were you trying to learn Spanish for?" And he said, 2 days. 2 days. I was like, oh, it's got to take, I said, I did Hindi for 7 years, and like we learned to write and read and sat down and practice writing over and over again in the Hindi script. And we did that for years, and I still feel like we don't know much at all. But like, it takes a long time, and I feel like because of TikTok and Instagram and all these things that are instant, it's those long-term goals that you've got to put a lot of work into, like learning an instrument or learning a language or things like that. It's like, oh no, this is like something that you need to do daily for years to get anywhere. And so it just sort of made me think, oh, it's so hard for them because they're frustrated. It's not actually their fault. It's what they've been dealt. But at the same time, you just hope that you can sort of motivate and give them a little bit of a push as well to do hard things. Like when I feel really overwhelmed or I feel like, oh, this is beyond me, I say to myself that this is my pep talk. Kylie, you can do hard things. You've done hard things. I know you're feeling overwhelmed, but you can do this. And so I just would love for these young ones to feel like they could have the ability, even though things are expensive, even though things feel like they're not affordable, they could get into like a niche little market. Like there was a young girl that I did meet that is the exact opposite, and there are exceptional young ones out there. She's 20. She's working hard. She's doing window cleaning. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful young lady, and has a really smart head on her shoulders. but she's willing to work hard. Like, she's a really hard worker, and you can see with her that she gets up, she goes to the gym every day. She said it's worth it. I need it for my health. I feel good about myself when I do that every day. And I just think, but she's a rare entity in the world today. And I was like, oh my goodness, you are just an exceptional person, but you can see she's having to fight so hard to be able to do that. And I just think, it's really hard for young ones. So I genuinely feel for parents. I genuinely feel for the kids. And hopefully we can, bring some zest to their life, get them learning new things. Even like the art of conversation, learning how to speak to adults. Like, there's so many, and I'm fine with shy, that's fine, but teaching a shy person how to ask questions and how to interact with other people, even their own peers. I think with all the lockdowns and things like that, I think that has really affected a lot of young ones as well. So yeah, it's just a really, really tough time for all of them. And it just, there's a lot of work to try and help these young ones and listen to them and like trying to draw them out and get them to talk about how they're feeling, I think is probably a big thing as well. Because it just feels like everyone's just shutting down, me included. It's like, I can't deal with it, so I'm just going to hide away, shut down my body, and just pretend everything is okay. Shut down. But I think it's actually a time where, like, even though that's a coping mechanism and it feels good in the moment, I just think it's a time where we've actually got to do the opposite and say, no, actually, this is the time right now to actually try and be better and do better and push ourselves that little bit more to then reap those rewards that come from trying. It's tough though, because sometimes you just want to be in bed, and you know what? It's okay, but it's like trying to find that balance of, still getting to enjoy life and still getting to do the things that you want to do. Now I need early espresso and crumb cake. I'm going to use the scraps, peeps. You proud of me? I'm proud of me. I can do hard things. So we need 2 of them. We need 2 of the early espresso. But yeah, I'm a penny for your thoughts, everyone. Like, what do you think, like, would be... I know some of you do have kids, and it's hard for me because I don't have children. And it's easy to be on the outside looking in and say, oh, this is what I would do as a parent. But I also know that I wouldn't do that as a parent. Like, I know how overwhelmed I am, and I know how difficult I'm finding life without kids. So I can't even imagine, and I'm not saying I know what to do in this situation because I'm not in it. But from an outsider's point of view, what would help, do you think, as a parent? Like, what would you want your kids to learn from someone external that you trust that you think could actually benefit them? Like, the other day, the young lady that I said was exceptional, I took out her, and then there was 2 other young girls from the congregation that we went out, and then I had them back for lunch. We cooked up just, bits and pieces of what I had around the house. So it was like a mash-up lunch. But it worked out perfect. And I think things like that, I just want them to see, that even hospitality and having people over can be simple and not a stress. And, one of them said, I'm vegan, I don't eat gluten, and I don't eat any dairy, obviously with being vegan. And so you know, it didn't fluster me. It was like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll cook some rice, and you know, are you okay with beans? Like, we've got beans here, and you know, you can just put together your own little mashup of like veggies that I've got here. And she was so happy because that's what she eats at home. She's like, oh yeah, I eat any, like, I'm happy with any beans. And then I had a curry, Thai curry, that was sort of leftovers, put that out. There was some bread there, so there was some of the girls that could eat bread, so we had bread. And it was just simple, but I just think those sort of things, hopefully teaching them that, you know, if you learn how to do cooking in a way that's simple and easy and cost effective, that they could actually do the same thing for others as they get older. Or even now, like that, you know, they could invite an older one over and, you know, sort of maybe even learn from them. Like, I think even that, like, interest in older ones, yeah, I think it's just interest in others overall is probably, like, we're all just so in our own heads that we've actually stopped sort of thinking about what we can do for others in our community. But anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of that, and what, you know, and even just some of the struggles that you're coping with your kids, because I think it's just a massive, massive, massive problem for these kids and for the parents as well. Like, everyone's just in pain, and it's like, you know, to be able to bring some joy and to bring some reprieve, I guess you could say, I think, yeah, would be so good to be able to do. It's like, what gift can I impart to these kids that, you know, they aren't going to roll their eyes at? I think Jessie's been training me all these years because she's like the biggest eye roller ever. She's like, oh my goodness, Kylie's on her soapbox yet again. I sailed on the Young Endeavour when I was 22. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. So Kylie said that we've taught our 3 teens how to cook and prepare from 2 years old. They observed at that age, but they can use the gas barbecue, and they've cooked several meals. I just think that that is brilliant, Kylie. Like, so, so brilliant. I know HelloFresh, I think, is a really great way to get your young ones into cooking. Like, I know during the pandemic we had friends of ours, and I was talking to the mum, and I just said, oh, how's your daughter going, you know, with cooking and things like that? Like, she's getting to the age now where it's really, really important that she's got those skills, because she was getting to 18 and I knew she didn't know how to even cook an egg. And I said to her, you know, how is she going? And she said, oh, she sort of looked at me a bit puzzled. And I said, well, you know, would you like her to one day maybe get married, or, you know, would you like her to run a household of her own? You know, what are your goals and aspirations for your child? What would you like them to be able to achieve in their life? And she sort of looked at me a bit puzzled, and I said, because, you know, at this point, if someone did come along, a young man that she had interest in, and she thought, you know what, I'd like to pursue this and maybe get married, I said, what exactly could she offer to that marriage from a, you know, just a household point of view? And it's not saying she's doing all the work. Of course, the young man would need to step up as well. And I think these days young men need to know how to cook and clean, and so grateful Bruno is like that. Like, he does all our washing, clothes washing, you know, he does all of that. But I said to her, you know, if someone exceptional came along now, would she be in a position to run a household on her own? Like, could she actually get married, or would she miss out because she's not prepared. And it resonated with her mum a lot, like to the point where she actually, and culturally it's not the norm because they're an Indian family, but she allowed her daughter to move out of home. And that was like huge, because her daughter really wanted to do it, and said, well, wouldn't that just be the most amazing learning? Like let them fall and keep an eye on it, but have the conversation. If they need help, you're there. Support them, but like, don't you want them to become independent adults and to learn how to take care of themselves, so that then they can actually take care of others as well? It's like, if they can't take care of themselves, they're not going to be able to contribute to anyone else. And she's an absolutely capable young lady, but because I think Mum wanted her to stay in the home for as long as she could, it was almost like, in some ways, without her even realising it, she was sabotaging her daughter from learning independent skills. And I just was like, oh my goodness, you need to start helping her, because the time will come. Like, what if something happened to you? And then sure enough, not long after that, she had to take off overseas because her family weren't well. And it was such a relief for her that she had started doing training with the cooking, because like, what happens to the family if no one else knows what to do other than the mum? Like, even Dad wasn't allowed in the kitchen. And I'm like, like, you're making yourself indispensable. No, not indispensable. Like, they can't live without you, which is lovely. It feels good when everyone needs you. But it's also a bit frustrating when it's time for you to go do something for yourself or for your family. You're suddenly stuck. Yeah. Yeah, and absolutely, I agree that cooking classes for teens is definitely something I would love to look at. Just doing really simple meals with them. And Kylie's kids used to pick veggies from the acreage you were on. That's so cool. Yeah, milk the cows. Yeah, I think we've lost all of that connection with where things come from, how much work it is to get these things, even the respect for what animals give up if we're meat eaters. I just think that it's really important. Like, it's terrible and it's really confronting, but we had neighbours that had animals, and so we saw the animals, what happened to them in order for us to have food. And I think there's a level of respect there when you have to see what goes into preparing, all the bits of meat that we just see at the shop that's all pristine and already chopped up. There's been a lot behind the scenes that we've missed, and that's the connection that we don't have. So yeah, I think a lot of that, is missing as well. And then you don't understand. I think you can easily lack appreciation for things if you just think it comes out of nowhere. So yeah, getting appreciation, respect for the food, respect for the work that our parents do in the home. Oh, you're a good mum. We'll let you do that, Nicole. Now, I don't know why that's so close. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a small one. So here we go. We're going to do our compiling now. But anyway, I'm all ears. Please share your thoughts, even private. Like, if you don't want to write it here, DM me, send me an email with just, what are the things that you're coping with as a parent, and the frustrations of trying to raise children now. Like, what are the biggest issues that you feel you're having to deal with? Is it not having enough time? Feeling really busy all the time? So when you do get home, you're just like so tired. I feel like this isn't the right size, this cardstock. Let's have a little look here. Let's see what I've done. What have you done here, Kylie? This is what happens when I get on my little soapbox. Yes, it is a little bit too big, so I think I can... I'll just let that dry properly, because if I put that on my trimmer now, it's going to take me an eternity to get that glue off. 2 pieces of steak, one $30, one $50, same cut and size, expensive one from a young cow, cheaper one from an older cow. Interesting. Yeah. And I think it's just, oh look, I chopped too much off that side. One's too short and one's too long. I really was on my soapbox, wasn't I? But yeah, I think like, because even using like different cuts of meat, like talking to a lot of parents now, a lot of the kids have food sensory issues, which I completely understand because I have some of my own. And I struggle with food sensitivity and like even eating the same thing, and it's sometimes even leftovers, like it almost like creates like a gag reflex in me. If I don't want to eat it, I'm like, oh no, I can't eat that again, and I have to cook an entire new meal even though there's leftovers in the fridge. And so I 100% understand that for a parent, you know, to get your kids to eat even is a battle. But interestingly, we had a family over not long ago. We just had a cup of coffee and I made some bickies. And look, she probably eats cookies. They usually have no problem with. It's the good stuff that they usually have the issues with, you know, veggies and things like that. But I made the cookie dough and I left the process of putting it all together for their daughter when she came. And I got her to, I thought, oh, this will be fun for her to sort of roll the cookie dough and sort of come to my house and be part of my house. Like you're part of, right, rather than just sitting there and probably being bored with all the adults talking. Straight away I got her in the kitchen, and she's 10, and I just said to her, look, don't stress about the sizes, like they're probably going to be different sizes, that's okay. I said, don't worry about that, because I said I end up doing lots of different sizes, and then some people like to have a big cookie and some people like to have a little one, so you just roll it however you like. And it was interesting seeing her just flourish, like she just was like loving it. And of course she ate some, and then afterwards her mum messaged and said she enjoyed that so much, those cookies, can you send me the recipe? And I just think that interaction of including her in that process was so exciting for her. She was like, you know, and she does it at her home. Like she literally said, I'm not sure if you want me to cook, because this morning I was doing cooking, and she said, I almost burnt the kitchen down because there was a plastic container on the stovetop, and she, it caught fire. So, you know, she is cooking, but I just love that she could come to my place and feel like it's home for her too, that she can cook at our place with us. So, yeah. But I think it's not just doing sweets, like maybe cooking, like finding a way to make food healthy and tasty for them, which, yeah. I think I saw a parent that the child wouldn't eat burritos. He used to really not like it. And so she got him to put the burrito together, like put a bit of rice and put what he wanted on the burrito, and then he ate it, which I thought, wow, just maybe involving ones with food issues in the actual process of preparing the meal could be the catalyst of helping them to enjoy that meal more if they're part of it, and maybe even in control of what they feel like that day. Because it's like some days I'm okay with, you know, eating steamed broccoli, but the next day I'm like, I don't want to look at steamed broccoli ever again. And I'll go through phases where I literally will just want to eat the same thing all the time, and then I won't eat it for ages because I'm sick of it. So yeah. But it is very, very interesting with these young ones, and just trying to sort of understand where they're coming from, I think, is key to helping them and supporting their parents as well. Now this one here, I decided to do the pecan. Yes. Minced dishes, especially savoury mince and spag bowl, grate up mixed veg, cook in with the meat, hides the veg, bulks the meal up and goes further. Yeah, I love it. But it's almost like, yeah, if you want those kids to go on and to appreciate vegetables and appreciate good food, yeah, it's like trying to bring in, I think Jamie Oliver did a whole section for kids on like what's in food. He did it in the UK to help them see, yeah, what the benefits are and what it does for their body, and it's just the education into it, and you know what eventually will happen if we just keep eating bad food. Like, not that you want to scare them, but you know, maybe there's like some sort of science museum or something like that that shows the benefits of what these vegetables do. Like, I think visually, if I saw like, you know, whatever happens to our blood or whatever happens to our organs, like something visual of like the nutrients going in and, you know, the organ getting happy, or, you know, something that helps them to see like what exactly it does for the body, as opposed to just saying it's good for you. Yeah, I think it's all to do with knowledge. Knowledge is power, and understanding, and giving choices where they can have choices, but being reasonable in those choices as well. My grandma taught me to knit, so, and I used to cook with her. Oh, that's really sweet, Megan. That is really, really sweet. And I think that they're, like, that's core memory stuff. Like, that is really so special for children to have that. I think that actually looks quite good with even this one. Ooh, I think I'm swapping people. Yes. Made an executive decision to swap. Ooh, I love that, Nancy. Oh, that is so cool. That's so smart. All right, I will follow up for you on that one. That's my goal in the next few weeks. And then maybe, ooh, actually, I've got an idea. So maybe we can have like a get together at our place, and the young ones can bring their favorite dish, but I want it to be something that is healthy. Look, it's great to have all the snack, and I'll still have fun things, like I can make my donuts, and you know, they go nuts for the donuts. But just try and get them to bring some savoury foods that are healthy and see what they come up with that they enjoy. And it could be like maybe doing, you know, little carrot sticks with hummus, or, you know, something just that isn't just junk food only, and something that they've chopped from scratch and made from scratch. They're very interesting. You did that in church when you were young, Sarah, hey? I did it again here. Ah, what on earth was I doing? I must have been on my soapbox, I feel. I chopped them at 14.4 instead of the usual card waste size. But nothing will be wasted. No child left behind. Apple cucumber. So let's have a look. Apple cucumber peeled, forked, and put in brown vinegar. What? Wowza. I have to... Ah, he went to boarding school in Hamilton. Well, there you go. I think you have to grow them yourselves now. There are a lot of vegetables that we can no longer get. That's craziness. That really like spins me out. That's a better. Wow, look how beautiful that is. Like literally, just love it, chop it. It's the best. The best, the best, the best. Chuck out the rest. Oh, good, that's that one. My mum made cucumber salad with sliced cucumbers marinated in equal parts vinegar, water and sugar along with onions. So yummy. And maybe we could even do, like, I really liked it when on MasterChef when they did the blind tasting, and you've got to actually guess what's in the food. And this is a bit sneaky, but it would be quite funny because, I'd say to them, look, it's nothing that's terrible. It's not going to be like eyeballs or anything like that. But just foods maybe that they haven't tried before, because I think that is part of the problem too, is not willing to try new foods because they've already determined in their brain that it's not very good. And I know that there's a young girl, I don't know if you've seen her on TikTok, but she has food issues. Yeah, she's really affected. Another one that's chopped wrong. I really did all of them at 14.4. Oh dear. Even this one, look. I literally was on a mission. See, I went into the zone. At least I can save one side. That's so funny. Let's just chop these ones down, and then at least I'll have all of them. And the others can be for the other side. Because I've still got a whole heap I need to do, so none of that will get wasted, that's for sure. Yeah, I did a salad the other night, and I called it a bits salad, because Brenna just loves salad. Like, it's one of his favourite things, and I've just got to make sure that I do them regularly. And his mum would just do really simple Italian salad, and it was, you know, very much that, you know, really vinegary, like to the point where you're going like so vinegary, and He just loves it. And I just chucked in the beans from when the girls came over. There were butter beans, some feta, randomly some dried shallots that I put in there. And that was it. And just oil and really strong vinegar. It was like the white wine vinegar. And a bit of balsamic. And he loved it. He literally was like, are you having any more salad? And he just swapped over his plate for the massive bowl and just was like eating it straight from the salad bowl. So yeah, I think like salads, and especially here, it's just quite warm. So it's just perfect to have, you know, lots of salad and then just a tiny little bit of protein or fish on the side. And just constantly be, like salad and veggies just need to be all the time. See you, Patricia. Have fun. You're a good friend to the youth. I wish I had a Kylie in my life when I was a kid. Oh, Patricia. I think that's actually where it probably comes from, is thinking... Like, I was fortunate because I did work for my dad from a young age, and so I had quite a few, like, different people in my life and access to different people that young ones don't normally get to have. So I was around adults at Dad's work in his restaurant, and I do think that that helped shape me and helped me navigate the tough times of my youth as well. And they were great. Like, they didn't necessarily step in and take over, and at times, look, they did lead me down the wrong path. But I think when you've got a good person that wants the best for you, that you you can really learn a lot from others outside of your family. And they help you to do things that maybe you'd be a bit scared to do or embarrassed to do in front of your family. You know, trying like to learn to sing or try and play an instrument, or, you know, sometimes we can feel embarrassed. So I think I'll do some more. This one here I feel like is leaning to the beige. But I definitely want crumb cake for the other one. Let's look at the beige. Oh yes, that's perfect. Don't you love Stampin' Up's colour coordination? It's just so amazing. Yep, using a slow cooker. Definitely helps. I cut it right this time. I was being attentive. Also changing up basic recipes. Use basic cake pack. Cup of fizzy drinks, cream soda with chocolate, pineapple with butter cake, and put them into muffins or oh, that's so good. I love that, Kylie. Cream soda with chocolate, pineapple with butter cake. That's so good. My son learned to cook perfect pancakes at age 6. By helping out at church, pancake suppers. I have no idea where he learned how to cook chicken. I certainly don't cook that well. And I think now with YouTube, like, it's so empowering for them. Like, go on YouTube, find a recipe that you want to do. And, like, if they can do a bit of a deep dive into, like, YouTube doesn't have to just be mindless stuff. It can be. It's fine to watch mindless things, but it also can be a very good educator as well. So it's sort of teaching them to use YouTube for entertainment, but also from an education point of view too, I think is really good. Like find your favourite YouTube chef that you can follow, or on Instagram or something like that. And then I think they'd be more inclined to want to try new things or be adventurous. And like, let's face it, like as a mum, wouldn't it be wonderful if your kid's like, I'm going to make this meal tonight for the family, and, you know, give them a budget, say, look, it can't go beyond this, and, yeah, let them try new things, like, and it may not always work out, but, you know, some meals don't always work out, but you've got to try new things and get a bit excited, and also for them to know what it feels like to cook a whole meal and everyone sit down, and what if they all started doing what they do to their mums sometimes, like, yeah, I don't want this, you know, like how hurtful. I would be like, that's it, you're cooking for the rest of the year. So yeah, I think it would give them a bit more respect for the time and energy that goes into cooking, and the amount of effort that mum and dad go to make sure that they have food on their on the table. It's like, do the meal from scratch. In fact, they've got to pay for it. So it's like, okay, you're cooking the family a meal, but you've got to actually earn the money and shop for the family using your money. And it's, you know, it's a huge eye-opener for them. They're like, what? What? I've got to use my money. It's like, yeah, what do you think mum and dad do? They use their money to feed you. Quick spag bowl when the kids are toddlers and exhausted. Fat sausages, squeeze out the meat into balls, cook in an electric fry pan, toss around, add a can of tomato sauce. Oh, that's so clever. I love it. That's ingenious. Gotta line this up. Potatoes are amazing, aren't they? They've just got so many uses. It's something I've been doing lately that I really love for a snack is roasting sweet potato, and then just doing them in the round discs, round circles, and then roasting them. And they are just so, and they don't take long to roast. They're a lot less than potatoes because they're a bit softer, being a root vegetable. And yeah, just have that as a something to sort of munch on. But then it's also handy, like if we've got a salad that we're making, then you can just put them in the salad cold, like straight from the fridge. They're roasted, but yeah, it's really delicious having roasted veggies there available when they need to. And yeah, we would just ask that they try what they think they don't like. And more often than not, they'd be surprised that they actually did like it. Yeah, I think sometimes it is actually a mental thing. You know, for me as well, I would be like, nah, I don't like that. Yeah, sweet potato's awesome. Sweet potato mash is delish. Yeah, it's a winner. And you don't even have to really peel a sweet potato. Like, it's so nutritious having it even with the skin, which saves a whole heap of time because peeling's a pain in the butt. But yeah, just chop them with the skin on and roast them. That's So simple, so easy. Just do a tray up at the beginning of the week, and it just is something that we always have in the fridge. Now, what else do I need here? I feel like I'm missing one more layer. So I've done this layer, but we need another white layer, which is the one that we need to stamp on. Very important layer, that one. So let's just do a few of those, because I want to finish a couple of these with you, just so that you can see the finished product of the customer cards. So I'm very excited. We're picking up our pizza oven, hopefully today. Hopefully, but okay if we don't. We're very, very busy. We've got somewhere to be tonight as well. Been invited out for dinner, which is very nice. Now, the top one that we're going to be doing is the Highland Heather. So if you have your Highland Heather template, we'll do a few of these so I can do some stamping. Yes. Bruno's going to go on and he's going to be like, are you still cutting white cardstock? What is happening here? Why is she still cutting white cardstock? I think that's actually him there now. Now, yeah, sweet potato chips are so delicious. I'm loving using all of this spare cardstock. Feels very good. I can't believe that there's no basic white. That's a bit frustrating. Or that it's not in Australia, it's not happening. I think we've all got the same idea to stock up on our cardstock while it's cheap. I just want to see the best way to cut this. Oh yeah, I think that, and then it's still going to be 3 that way. But yeah, that way is actually better. So yeah, I've been making some bread. I asked the neighbour last night if I could use some of her bin space, because I said, oh, do you mind like if I put in a few boxes that from our move in your bin? She's like, oh, anytime, yeah, go for it. And I said, oh, do you guys eat bread? Because I've just made a loaf of bread if you'd like that. And they were so excited. You can see the kids, they were like, oh my goodness, give me the bread now. Is that cut right? Feels like that's on a bit of an angle, that one. It's probably just my glasses. Looks okay. And now that I have a dishwasher, I'm more inclined to use my food processor. That's great. Yep, put sweet potatoes on the list. And I have to say, when I'm feeling like sick of broccoli, I mean, it's more expensive, which is sad, but broccolini is so delicious and so quick and easy. It's literally pop it in the pan, chuck a bit of water in there with it, Wait till it goes really bright green. I think it takes a couple of minutes. And then you just serve it with some beautiful olive oil. And if you wanted to, some toasted flaked almonds. Oh, mwah, chef's kiss. And it's so simple. So easy. Have that with a nice piece of fish. Winner, winner. Okay, I think we've got everything we need now. So that one will just pop to the side so I don't get confused, even though I can use that for the insert. But this next stage here is going to be this, and we're going to stamp on this one. So let's do some stamping, and then we'll be able to compile the others. Make an African sweet potato and peanut stew. No, that sounds amazing. Yum. I'd be all up for that. Now I think the colour, I don't know whether to stamp, I might do it in the early espresso actually, because I think that will go with pretty much most of them, and it will, maybe other than the grey granite. I wonder if grey granite would go with, oh actually, I think other than this one, I think the grey granite will actually be a winner. Let's have a little look here. Grey granite. And the Secret Sea is amazing. I really do think it's going to be my new go-to black. Yeah, the ones that I kept actually all of the good quality card boxes, because we've got friends that are moving and a few have actually asked us, but the boxes that were either damaged in the move, because there was quite a few that had they were squished or just like not very good quality, like we just got them from the shop. They weren't actually like packing boxes per se. And we also we had to get a new fridge because our fridge didn't fit. It was 100ml too large, which was like, are you kidding me? Like, no, this can't be happening. So we had to get a new fridge. And then we also had to get a new, I'm just going to go on the side here, a new washing machine because it didn't survive the move because it went by train. And we couldn't find the, oh, that's gorgeous. I think I'll just bring it down a little bit though. But yeah, we had to put in the location screws and we couldn't find them. So we kind of knew that it was going to not last. It's a 12-year-old washing machine, so it's done its job. But yeah, it was just frustrating to have to purchase that as well when we got here. So there was boxes for the fridge, there was boxes for the washing machine. It was just like foam and boxes everywhere. So it was like not just the move, but also these new items that we purchased. So yeah, I was like, I can't handle this garage, it's driving me insane. Fortunately, it's a very big garage, but I was like, I just don't want to be complacent and not get it done. And I didn't want to like slowly siphon it into my bin over the next few weeks, so I used our neighbour's bin, and then I messaged our new friend around the corner that's literally 3 minutes away and used their bin. I'm like, good, get this out of here. So our bin was filled, the neighbour's bin was filled, and our neighbour's bin was filled. And interestingly, we have no garden, Kylie. Like at the back, it's actually all concrete, which suits us to a T because I don't want to mow grass or look after that at the moment. Like we're happy with our indoor plants and they'll happen. Like we love greenery. But yeah, caring for a garden. Like I think I'll do some herbs. Like that's definitely something I'd like to invest in, because I think in the long term it definitely saves you a lot of money. And just the convenience of being able to step out of my, back door and grab herbs is just, I love it. Particularly, I think for me, the go-to herbs I like having is mint, because it's quite easy to grow as well. Basil. Coriander's pretty tough, like we've tried over the years. It doesn't last long, but I do absolutely love having coriander. And what's the other one that I love having fresh? Parsley, yeah, I do like parsley, but I don't use it a whole lot. What other herbs do you all like to use? I think I've tried dill once before, but I don't use dill. I possibly could grow dill because I use it a lot in I like to make my own tzatziki, and I love it with dill, so I could actually do that. And then the basil, I love having heaps of basil because I love, annoying, because I love making my own pesto. I'll try and line it up. If it doesn't work, I can flip it. Yeah, I'm going to have to flip it. I didn't get ink in that centre bit, I think. And I really should be using my Stampin' Pierce mat. Oh, rosemary. But the good thing around here is rosemary is prolific. It is like every single hedge in Ellenbrook is rosemary. So, yeah. Like I even went to someone's place the other day and all of their hedge out the front is just copious amounts of rosemary. So that's really good. I'm like, yep, don't need to grow that one. Because I can literally just stop on the side of the road pretty much anywhere in Ellenbrook and there's rosemary there. Yeah, that's what I hate about coriander, that it goes to seed so quickly. And basil, yeah, it's just, I think I need like big pots of basil though, because you just use so much basil for the pesto. But I need like bulk amounts. And then I love that idea that you freeze it, Michelle. It's brilliant. Very smart. Okay, let's do some colouring. Now, we could actually decide that we don't colour, but I think it will look really nice if we sort of tie in whatever the colour is in the back. So with this one here, I think we'll possibly bring in some of the peach. This one here is actually Calypso, but maybe if we do the Calypso light. So let's have a look at those. Let's see what colours we've got here. I've got the grey granite. I think that will look nice for the leaves in most of them, or maybe the base, whatever the base is. We can do the light version of that. Crumb cake. Peach, maybe even a bit of petal pink will be nice. We'll see what they look like. And then this one here. See you, Charlotte. Good night. I think if we bring in because even like that, I actually don't mind it even just without colour. Because if I bring in a colour, I think, yeah, if I did bring a colour, I reckon the peach would be nice with that one. Or even like, it's a shame I don't have the new in colours in the blends, because that would be really good. I've got some Mossy Meadow here as well. What about these ones here? Beautiful. If we do the maybe like a Lost Lagoon colour with this one. And I'll bring in some Pecan Pie. Yeah, they do look good, don't they, with that colour? I actually don't mind it, like even like that, but we'll do a bit of a mix, and we'll see what we like to do there. So if we do this one here, let's just have a look with some, and nothing drastic, but just a tiny bit of colour, and we'll leave quite a bit of white space. How do you stop Kylie from talking? Get her to colour or snip. Oh man, even that looks beautiful. And then just a little bit here. So nothing drastic, but just to add in a little bit of colour there's nice. And then we'll blend it in using the colour lifter. Simples. Yeah, can you hear my stomach? That's hilarious. I was wondering if you could hear it. It's all this food talk. My stomach's like, give me food. That's so funny. So the colour lifter just softens everything and just blends it all in so that it looks more natural. Wow. What do we think, peeps? So yeah, it does look really good if you just wanted to do this on its own, but I really love that. I think that that's worth that extra bit of effort that we went to. So we've got these layers. Now for the sentiment, I think I'm going to just do I was going to do them separate, but I think it will be good to just stamp it and say thank you for, actually I'm going to keep it very simple and just say hello or just a note. Let's have a look here at the sizing. Or even you've been on my mind. Thank you for everything doesn't quite fit, because that would be really nice. But we've got a little hello or just a note. I think they're very sweet. I think I'm going to do hello. Hello. Which hello are you? Are you hello from the other side? Or Lionel Richie? Take me all looking for. I feel like it's not stamped correctly. Oh yeah. Just rub that off a bit. Ah, beautiful. I really like that. And I don't think I'm even going to add a ribbon, but I do like some embellishments. This is the ribbon, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. You need 2 of these in your life because they are going to definitely run out. There it is. Vinyl. So yeah, you can just do that over the top. Look at that. It's almost asking me to do it actually. I think it's going to soften it. I think we should. We might even do a little bow as well. Why not? Hey? Why not? I think I need another glue. Yes. I like this big border, just for something different. Where are you, little... Oh, it's already open. I'm looking for the... That can go on the bin. Thank you for your service. You've been very good to me, Tombow Glue. Okay. And we'll cut that one. Yeah, Tombow's the best. Chuck out the rest. But, you know, every adhesive has its little place, right? And some people just love, like, I actually am quite jealous of people that can use tear and tape. I mean, not tear and tape, the Seal Plus. I'm like, good for you. I'm so happy for you. But deep inside, I'm super jelly because I can't trust myself to line it up straight. So I need Tombow for the wiggle room. Oh, that's beautiful. And I think I've got a, where did I see my Bow Easy? I know I have one. There's one. I don't know where the one that, oh no, it is in here. No, look what I found. I don't know why it's sitting with my Tombow, but that's a trip that Jessie and Brenna and I took to St. Louis in America. That was fun. I'll have to pin that on my computer. There you go. Jessie's pinned on my computer. I need the other one. I've got quite a few other photos too, and I'll put them on there. Now, the size that I want is just small, and I might end up putting it on that side, but we'll see. So if you don't have one of these amazing bow makers, you can use a fork to do the exact same thing that I'm doing, or go online and check it out. We used to sell these for the original maker of the bow maker, but there's a lot of copies out there now, which is, I feel sad for the the man that invented it. Well, it's actually his wife, and she passed away. Come here, little one. Why aren't you coming through? It's so soft, this ribbon. It's beautiful, which is great for bows because they look amazing, but it can be challenging to make the bow. Okay, let's have a little look at this guy. Let's see where we want to put it. So I think I'll cut this down a bit closer. I think on the other side, not on the side with the sentiment. There we go. I'm actually not sure where to place this. Nothing's sort of grabbing me at the moment. Maybe on the stem makes more sense. But it's just in a weird spot. Because if I go here, I think if I bring the hello over a little bit more, it would make perfect sense there. But because the hello is stamped there, it's a little bit, it feels like it's a bit skew-iff, like it feels like it needs to be centered on the hello. So maybe there. Yes, May the 5th, Mary. Thank you, Nancy. That doesn't offend me there. But I think I will maybe somewhere like that would be nice. But I've just got to bring the hello over a little bit more so that it can sit in between the... Does that make sense? Clear as mud. Now, I do like to use the glue dots for this, but do you think I know where the glue dots are? Oh, no. Oh, found them. That was a bit of a fluke. I must have put them away. There we go. And then we'll stick that down and put a few of those embellishments on. So this is our customer card for the month of May. So if you place an order, if you live in Australia, yes, good idea, Kylie. I should have done that one, but it's all stuck down now. But yes, if you live in Australia and you place an order with us, this is the card that you will receive this month for shopping with us. Made by moi. Wonderful. I'd be happy to get that. And we'll just add some embellishments. These are very heavy. I could possibly even use them as weightlifting. I need to fix my tuck shop lady arms. They're a bit wobbly. Every time I pick up a can of beans, I need to do my triceps. I'm like, what happened to these wobbly arms? Where do these wobbly arms come from? I think I'm come out on a limb here. Go out into the stratosphere here. And put another one down here. Ah, love it. Yes, it's a very beautiful. So this is the thing that I love about stamping, right? So this is the customer card. This is the stepped up version, okay? And you can clearly see it is stepped up. It's beautiful, right? But I don't think it necessarily, like, this to me is so beautiful, and it's just that few steps less and you've got yourself a very beautiful looking card with a lot more minimal effort as well. Like if you just want to do a bulk amount of cards, it's just tweaking slight little things that end up making the process a lot quicker. Because if I, you know, with the amount that I need to make this month, if I was cutting every single one of these out, like, it's a lot of work. And my customers are 100% worth all that work, but I would literally start going a bit cuckoo. So this is a great alternative, and hopefully for our customers it gives you the idea of what you can do with this suite and then like step it up in your own way. But it's just, I love it. It's so pretty. And I know that every single one of these are going to come out differently. We'll just do one more just so that we can see a different take on this. So if I do that one there, I've got that one behind. So you're not seeing a whole lot, like you're covering a lot of that, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And I possibly would stamp this, like rather than using the, because it's got the browns in it, I think I'm going to stamp it in the Pretty Peacock, this one. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you all like it. It is a beautiful card. It's just, the products are absolutely stunning in this suite. Good night, Nancy. Good job taking yourself to bed on time. I have to learn how to do that. So if we do this, yes, very good. And then we do some stamping. We've got that one, and I just need the, there it is, Stampin' Pierce Mat, because it really does make a difference. Yeah, I'm glad we're working with this one first. Because it's just stunning. Oh, wow. And this hello we'll do in the middle because it'll make more sense for the ribbon, the ribboni. And I've just done it like on the edge of the sentiment just so that hopefully that's the right spacing, because that's what happened before by fluke. And it ended up with the right spacing. Well, that's already looking gorgeous. And we've got some Lost Lagoon here. And we've got our Pretty Peacock. So I might do the, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the leaves in maybe some smoky slate. Yes, that will look really good. So we'll bring in some, because it is like this cloud cover colour is a little bit sort of on the grey tones of blue. Zen mode. Okay, and then this is the Lost Lagoon Light. Oh yes, winner winner. So just a bit of colour along the edges there, and where the overlay sort of happens, that's where I like to put some as well. Overlay, 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 overlay. It's all along that edge there. Where there's no cover, no edge, then I'm just going at the bottom. But yeah, the rest I'm doing along the, like where it's sort of covered over. And then just the colour lifter. And that just blends it all in, just softens those edges and makes it just, yeah, really beautiful once it sort of all blends in. And give it time with your colour lifter, like you're not going to see anything right away, but the alcohol gets in and then goes, and it takes time for that process to happen, but there is something happening. I know it's just a strange phenomenon, but it really is doing something. So you can see here this edge is really softened and it's sort of like, what do you think of those colours? Do you like those? What do you think of it on here? Oh, stunning! Now, some people have asked, you know, what are the sort of things you learn from our behind the scenes video? So something that I showed everyone last night, and these are like the sort of things that you will learn by being one of our members, is just different techniques and different things that you can do. Say, for instance, I don't like how this is matching. It's polarizing because it's vanilla. But what we can do is just grab some scratch paper and grab our blend and just do this. So this is the dark, oh no, light Pretty Peacock. So let's have a little look at what this looks like. I haven't done this colour before, so it's our prerogative to change our mind if we want to. I think that's all we need. And let's have a look at that. So we could even go for the Lost Lagoon if this is a bit too dark, but that's very pretty. Let's do the Lost Lagoon and see what that looks like, because I like to see it for my own eyes and figure out which one I prefer. So this is the light, the dark Lost Lagoon. I'll let you all decide which ribbon I should use. Okay, that's that one. And what if we go for the light Lost Lagoon? I think this one. Ooh, that's lovely. So it's worth, testing it out. This is all almost reminding me of mint macaron. I'll do the testing for you so that you can figure out what your favourites are. So this is the options. Let's have a little look here. So we've got our dark Lost Lagoon. We've got our light Pretty Peacock. Is it light? Yeah, light. We've got our light Lost Lagoon. So which one would you pick? Light Lost Lagoon, light Pretty Peacock, dark Lost Lagoon. Very interested to see which one is your thing. Lock it in, people, lock it in. I'm going to colour in something over here, which is what I think is going to be your choice. And if it's not, that's okay. I'll forgive you. So there was no light peacock, it was dark. Oh yes, it was light peacock. I take that back. I'm trying to hide what I'm colouring over here. What I think is the best match. But we are all entitled to our own opinione. Okay. I think it's the moment of truth. We've only got you here, Michelle. Everyone's gone to sleep. It's almost 11 o'clock in the US, isn't it? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I agreed with you, Michelle. The light peacock is definitely the winner for me too. So let me create the bow here. And where are my snippies? That's the one we need. So it's going to be like that and like this. So I think we're going to need to cut this to the edge. Okay. Oh, Dark Lost Lagoon for Becca. Nice, nice. Oh, this card is just gorgeous. I agree. Now, I know that the suite comes with the vintage gems. What are they called? Pressed Flower Motifs is the name. But I think on this one I'm going to go rogue and go back to our pearls, because I just think it's the right move for this card. It's amazing how vintage can have so many different like colours that invoke that vintage feel. Oh, we had a few different choices here. That's good. Oh, you're sick in bed, Michelle. There's so many that are sick at the moment. It's not good. A lot of, like even yesterday, Bruno was like, oh, just feeling so out of it. I mean, we haven't stopped, so understandably, but I was like, oh, I hope you're not getting sick. Because, yeah, we know a lot that haven't been well. Ugh. Ugh. Too beautiful. Too beautiful to even look at you. I'm glad I swapped sides, because that's just so pretty. So thank you for joining me with all this chopping. You can see how quickly, once you've done all the chopping, how quickly everything just comes together. Just checking that I had the right way around before the glue dries. And let us grab the embellies, some embellishments. Look at all this excitement. So good. I love all these embellishments. They look very nice, because that's the cloud cover, which is the colour that we have used on the card. So I think we found our winner. Lock it in. I'm locking you down. You are the greatest around. And we need our little tool here, our putty. And I think we'll go around here. Oh my goodness. TD4. Ugh. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. Can you believe it? Can you believe we made that? Can you believe this was just pieces of cardstock before this video started? Pieces of paper. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the ribbon. When the blends come for the cloud cover, hopefully we get that. I think that that would have been chef's kiss. But I do like the darker pop. It does actually bring out something very special and elegant in that card. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So tell me, what do you think? What do you think of the customer card this month and the stepped up version? Remember, you can watch that entire video just joining our YouTube membership. We do lots and lots of free content for you, and we would really appreciate your support of our paid membership so that you can keep getting extra content and ideas and crafting time, chatting, listening to me on my soapbox, which you're probably like, no, we can do without that. So there you go. Absolutely gorgeous. Yep. I'm very happy for the the cards for May, and I know that our beautiful customers will as well. So thank you so much for your support, everyone. We really appreciate how you support us and what all the different things that you purchase from us. We can't thank you enough. So what I might do here is do that, and then we'll do a bit of this here, and then we can take a photo. We'll just do a little different photo this time. I think this would be actually quite good. Do you like that? Ta-da! Is it that side? Hello Mandy with a B. So good to see you. So yes, very, very pretty. It does feel a bit Mandy with a B actually, because she's the vintage queen. So I know you're going to do amazing things with this, sweet Mandy. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this, sweet. But yeah, there we go. A few little tips. And I'm glad we found those in colour flat pearls as well. So just remember all the cool things that you can do. Get your orders in for your cardstock today. Get that discounted price before the price increase happens. And keep in mind that there's a joining special in the 6th of May. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yes, I'm going to get my hair cut. I'm like, oh, I don't even know what to do with my hair at the moment. But anyway, that's another matter. That's next week's job. But yes, we have a joining special, and I think you actually get way more product in your starter kit from the 6th of May. So look out for information on that. If you are one of our customers, we'll be sending you through all the girl math so that you can make a decision. But if you live outside of Australia, unfortunately can't join with us. But if you have any questions about becoming a demonstrator or what it entails, or you'd like a recommendation of who to join with, we have lots of friends in the US if you're from the US, and other countries as well. So we can give you a list of really great demonstrators that have shown us that they're very professional and that they work very hard in their business. So but yeah, depending on what you're searching for, if you're wanting in person, we know a lot that still do in person, so it just depends if you want online or in person. So lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining me for so many hours today. It was a big live, almost 3 hours. Wow. But yeah, I'm very excited to be getting these customer cards out to our beautiful peeps today. And hopefully we shall see you somewhere online very, very soon. Keep following us. Go to our Instagram. Just look up Kylie Bertucci and you'll be able to find us on Insta. And here on YouTube, please subscribe, and you can share this video with maybe fellow demonstrators or your own customers, whoever you think will be inspired by these new products. But just keep in mind that it's well worth thinking about joining in on the 6th of May rather than shopping. If your wish list is over $235 Australian here in Australia, then definitely think about joining. It's a no-brainer because you get heaps of free stuff, you get free shipping, and then you get a discount every order after that. So, and no lock-ins. So it's a win-win for everyone involved. We're happy to take your money. We can take your commission, but we'd rather you keep it. So there you go. That's my wise words for today. And please message me about what we were talking about with helping our young ones today, the teenagers in our lives, what we can do to support them, what we can do to support parents with teenagers. I'm all ears. I'm all listening. So, and thank you for the tips that you gave me too today. They've been really helpful. So have a wonderful rest of the day. Happy sleeping to all the Americans, and we shall see you next week. Woo! Ciao for now, everyone. Thanks for being here.